If you want to know the best dystopian movies, you should definitely watch our picks for the best ones of the 2000s.
Whores and politicians will look up and shout, "Save us." And I'll whisper, "No."
We hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to never miss a good movie again.
Number 10. I Am Legend.
So look, if I'm not back by dark, just go.
I Am Legend is a 2007 post-apocalyptic action thriller film directed by Francis Lawrence and stars Will Smith. Following the loner Robert Neville, who is the only remaining survivor after a deadly virus decimated humanity, he finds out he's immune to it for unknown reason. While trying to create a cure of his own blood, survival is his biggest challenge because he is not the only one craving around in the left streets of Manhattan. Number 9.
Everything that makes us what we are, traded away.
There's no war. No murder.
Equilibrium is a 2002 science fiction action film written and directed by Kurt Wimmer and stars Christian Bale, Sean Bean, Emily Watson, and Taye Diggs. The premise of this sci-fi ride is as simple as it is interesting. A world where emotions are a crime and every citizen must take a drug to kill their feelings in order to be a member of society. But after completely believing in the system, top government official John Preston discovers the sensational world of emotion and finds himself a hunted criminal.
We both know they never go easy.
Then I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You don't even know the meaning. It's just a vestigial word for a feeling you've never felt.
Number 8.
この国はこの国の分みたいなやつのおかげですっかりダメになってしまいました。
Battle Royale is a Japanese action thriller film directed by Kinji Fukasaku and stars Tatsuya Fujiwara, Aki Maeda, Taro Yamamoto, and Takashi Kitano. Gory, hyper-violent, and gut-wrenching, Battle Royale is often depicted as the cynical and dark version of The Hunger Games. When 42 ninth graders are sent to a deserted island, everyone is granted weapons, supplies, and a map. With only one winner able to leave the island at the end, it's an all-out war with everyone for themselves.
そこで今日は皆さんにちょっと殺し合いをしてもらいます。最後の一人になるまでです。反則はありません。
Number 7. 28 Days Later.
No!
28 Days Later is a 2002 British post-apocalyptic horror film directed by Danny Boyle, written by Alex Garland, and starring Naomi Harris, Cillian Murphy, Christopher Eccleston, and Brendan Gleeson. Waking up in an abandoned hospital, our lead character takes a blow in an empty world. He has not been conscious since a mysterious virus drained all of the United Kingdom. Fighting his way out of a whirly brain and struggling to figure out what's going on, he struggles to make his way home.
Water. Are you okay?
Number 6.
Positive for Howard Marks. I'm placing you under arrest for the future murder of Sarah Marks and Donald Dubin that was take place today, April 22nd.
Minority Report is a 2002 science fiction action film directed by Steven Spielberg and stars Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, Samantha Morton, and Max von Sydow. The world appears to be perfect in the future because humanity solved the problem of crime. Due to a new technology that sees the future, crimes are impossible. But when a police officer who has every reason to believe in pre-crime is reported to be future murderer, he must find out the truth about himself and his Minority Report.
The commission of the crime itself is absolute metaphysics. The pre-conks see the future and they're never wrong.
But it's not the future if you stop it. Isn't that a fundamental paradox?
Yes, it is. You're talking about predetermination, which happens all the time.
Number 5. Watchmen is a 2009 neo-noir superhero film directed by Zack Snyder and stars Malin Akerman, Billy Crudup, Matthew Good, Carla Gugino, Jackie Earle Haley, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and Patrick Wilson. What if superheroes existed in the real world? What would change? Would they be shining idols or flawed human beings? These are the big questions of probably the darkest superhero movie yet. As the world is at its brink of collapse and masked vigilantes are hunted criminals, a group of ex-heroes goes on one last, twisted mission.
I said, leave me alone!
Number 4.
Vessel in range. Lock on.
Serenity is a space western film written and directed by Joss Whedon and stars Nathan Fillion, Alan Tudyk, Summer Glau, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. Continuing the beloved Firefly TV series, Serenity is a goofy yet brilliantly made soap opera in space following the crew of the titular spaceship. Constantly rebelling against an evil regime that controls space, the crew finds themselves hunted when a ruthless regime operative will stop at nothing to capture them.
There's no shame in this. In a man's death, a man who has done fine works. We're making a better world.
Number 3. Children of Men.
They'll take us to the Human Project.
I told you, amigo, the Human Project is real.
Yeah, but you're also the guy that believes in UFOs.
Children of Men is a 2006 dystopian science fiction action thriller film directed by Alfonso Cuarón and stars Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, Michael Caine, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Charlie Hunnam. The world is at the brink of collapse in this timeless masterpiece of suspense and intelligent filmmaking. But in this case, it's not aliens, monsters, or man itself, but the fact that women lost their ability of pregnancy. Slowly fading away, the human civilization finds itself confronted with an inescapable truth. Ironically, when hope is finally found, a deadly and monstrous chase begins. Number 2. V for Vendetta.
God, I hope I didn't wake you.
No, I just thought you were fighting. I mean, for real.
V for Vendetta is a 2005 dystopian political thriller film directed by James McTeague and starring Hugo Weaving, Natalie Portman, and Stephen Rea. Following a world war, London is a police state controlled by a dictatorial regime. A soldier of fortune, recognized only by the alias of V, uses terrorist strategies to attack the oppressors. A young woman named Evie, who is rescued from a life-and-death situation by V, assists him in his mission to bring down the government.
We're off to blame in this 'tis too much proved that with devotion's visage and pious action we do sugar o'er the devil himself. Spare the rod.
Before we unveil movie number 1, here are a few honorable mentions.
I can take you to her, but first I must apologize.
Apologize for what?
For this.
Detective, put your gun down.
Why do you give them faces? Try to friendly them all up, make them look all human.
These robots are not susceptible to intimidation.
I guess if you didn't, we wouldn't trust them.
These robots are USR property.
Not me. These things are just lights and clockwork.
Do you know where the blue fairy lives?
Number 1.
Wally.
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 Wally is a 2008 animated science fiction romance film directed by Andrew Stanton. This family adventure is not only one of the smartest flicks of Pixar's library in terms of storytelling, but also visually. As we follow a lone cleanup robot on an Earth destroyed by climate change and therefore left behind by man for hundreds of years, we become witness to the deep human nature of one lovely robot.
Directive?
Do you agree with our list? Please let us know in the comments. If you want to know more about a particular movie in this list, you can check out our links in the video description. And for more top 10 movie videos, be sure to subscribe to communiTV.